going live. You're alive, always existing in this organism of life today. I am who I am to be. I am Bruce. A little clip of when I put this up. It was this is a picture of me when I was at an Easter show. I got like this. It was an Easter show picture. It's not like I put it up saying that it was 100 years ago or something like that. It was just because I seen a clip of that Greta, the one of who doesn't forgive, the climate change backfired parents who are rich and this and that and some other organisations. Well, there's a picture of her being back in a time travel like that, and it looked exactly like her. And I was just showing, like, oh, you can do these things. Love you, telling. Yes, we got one big one here. I haven't put a heading like that before. The biggest lie. Ghost species. Yeah. Because it goes with the other videos I've been saying of like this virus, but it would be the vaccine what's going to kick in, what's going to change people's DNA. So your construction of a Homo sapien will be changed to another species. Okay, but we got to still see what species we are now. This hybrid body here, this shell, what I'm in. Which has evolved from there, which has been like it's humanoid now because it's they became fertile together. Man and woman became fertile, and they planted the seed inside the womb. The woman carried the cup, men carry the chalice, and the cup goes in. The chalice goes in the cup of life. It's a woman's vagina, and out the seed. The tree of life, and here we are. So that was a little bit of that, and because I put up about Dimitri, and you just know that I don't just pop out with things, and like I told you on a couple of my videos back, that's why I put this biography together on my channel here. I created it because I'm speaking to another Bruce as well. I am a Gemini, O plus. Which is the Alpha. Dimitri's mother, which is Bojanka, she's O minus, Alpha and a male. And then the seed was planted. It's like God and the devil planted the seed in the chalice, and out comes the tree. And that was Dimitri. Now, and when I said to you about a God, Jehovah, and then another God, but I've never mentioned his name because it's so puzzling to me that how she named him Dimitri when I gave up because they weren't going to let me name Jesus, but I just knew about wording and this and that, and that I've discovered that Jesus is not of body. Even in your scriptures say that, that they want to be saved and go and live with him out of body. Well, because I know you can go and live in that world. It's open to you. There's probably many of them already signed up to it who wear 666 and Jesus on their forehead. It's a program. And beast control system matrix, but they're happy to be there. And when you realise these things, it stops you judging them of what they do and everything like that. So just a little spiel of that, because like when and then she never let me say. She punched me in the head 2 times for saying that I was the 13th angel right at the beginning, and then I just took it. Seen a little star on the second one. Just go, wow, this is a fiery one, all right. And she was only a bottlehead, redhead, so really, she had blonde pubes. So really, that's a blue eye and the blonde hair and blue eye race, which is it's like the fashions of the Anunnaki and the Palladians, 2 different species. Like Star Wars and well, is it all part of the play? Like war makes money. and the Galactic Empire and this and that and blah blah. So I've got a couple of clips to show on this before we get up to the bigger slide. Before we get up to the bigger slide, because a lot of things with me, like on my journey before way back, I'd never read a book at school. Picked up a book, Evolution in Action by Gillian Huxley. Now, part what really stuck out to me when he said about humanity. We are a destructive race, blah, 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 blah. We'll end up destroying ourselves. We'll have to get to the stage that we have to reclone ourselves because we'll destroy ourselves as a species. So we'll hybridly have to genetically engineer a new human race. Gillian Huxley wrote about this. Evolution in action. Not that we came from monkeys. Gillian Huxley hit it on the head. He was anointed a Sir Gillian Huxley. For which findings? Well, my understanding out of that whole discovery, what I read of Gillian Huxley, was that one little bit like that he realised that. And that's why they said, wow, you've hit it on the head. We know what we got to do. And they anoint them as sirs because I've read other people's books. This one, Margaret, I haven't got a name in my head right now, and she wrote some amazing books. And now, when she was honoured and put as a lady and all, she just writes children's books now, okay? Because don't want to tell the world too much. You too much. We'll give you the ladyhood or whatever it's called, and we'll just quiet you down. Because that's the way they butter them down, you know. I mean, you're saying it's the Tilly and the Queen and the thing, you know, this and that. I'll just sing this last, you know, because we're seeing lots of Kuwati virus or whatever it's called. You know, hey, it's all a bit of a false look. You got over South Africa, people going to having blood eyes burst. Iran, a whole different area again from China, and there's a whole different strain start over there. So you have to look at it a little bit bigger than that, okay? That the virus is just one thing, but we have been chasing, you know, realising things and that, and you hear Bill Gates, he publicly says it to the world. If I've got the vaccines right, I'll be able to depopulate the world. Something like that in a way, you know. If he's got the vaccines right, the population will come down. So I've got a couple of clips here. It's just little things where I just see on different little bits of people's channels and that. And I just, these guys are, yeah. And that's a really good thing. Like, these three men, they're all talking together. And they say when there's like 4 or more in a group, amazing things can happen. So you're getting up to like 5 people. Amazing things can happen if you congregate like that. I've heard about these laws that are coming out. No more than 4 people together to congregate. That's just shutting you down. You can't have that 5th person involved in that group because you can actually be, in some countries now, because of this dispersal, you can be arrested and put into jail for that because that's breaking the law because they made it as a law, you know. A war on law, new world order. I don't think you are very free away, you know. But see, I know the other parts of the deal. What the other god, Dimitri? There was a telepathic name what came to me. I never named my son after that, like I told you. That it was left up to his mother, and she named him all those words, and I was blown out. The one what blew me out when I first heard her say it was Bruce, and I thought, what's from my name in there? But she's been mystified. And then Fabian, then I hear about this Fabian society that's shaping a new world. So I'm just running with that. But I haven't really looked at too much of this Fabian, but they got the dome on the roof and the this and that. It's shaping a new world. What are they behind wanting to tell these truths like that? The heading of this video here is called Biggest Lie ghost species. Now, the biggest lie in the world. Well, it goes all back to like another story what I've tried to show you about, and this proves my fact that David Icke is not to be trusted. He does lie. He's playing their play. He's in with the play, even though he makes out like all this and that. Because I told you in one of my videos when I seen them two talking, and because that South African guy who's telling them the story never slept with that witch woman, never slept with her, he didn't get to gain the knowledge. So what he was really his story was a bit elaborated, make believe, not actual real truth, but it's got some hidden messages in there. But they're all in with the play because I'm proving it right here, the biggest lie. But he's the one who caught my eye to get on this channel because he talked about reptilians and it's like, wow, because I kept these things in my head, not even in thought, because the stuff what I knew was like, well, if I go telling people this, they don't forget. Because I've heard about it, lock you up in a mental hospital, fucking throw away the key. This guy fucking lost it, mate. He's saying fucking reptilians are fucking running the world, there's lots of people. But, we've got the reptilian cortex in our brain. And, Gillian Huxley says we are destructive species, so we have to be genetically engineer ourselves. So you have to create, if you've destroyed yourself, you have to have an egg embryo to create the human embryo back from the hybrid into one day becoming back into the cup. The chalice goes into the cup. Where the man's snake goes into the chalice of the cup, the woman's vagina, and out comes the seed, the tree, and my will is Dimitri. Like I said, our Jesus. That's why I put up my head as my Jesus, because I know the power of thought and this and that. And if I'm the only one portraying this and that, well, I'm creating in my world, but it gets a lot bigger than that. And I just see this because I can just see the way things are all coming together. And because of I wear the whole eyes of the 13th angel. A little bit more than a little bit, eh? So let's go on. I just want to show you this clip of because these truths, I don't really know how much they like let out in their little. Well, so I hope nobody's fearing about these things out there and that. I was watching Mike Myers. He's one what I look at on housing and that. We talk about the ghost houses. We might actually have one behind us. The house behind us just sold for almost $2 million. And nobody's moved in for us last month, so I'll find out. I'll keep an eye on it. If it's like that in the next couple of weeks, I'll put up. I'll ghost write about it. But sometimes when you mention things like this, things change. They don't want those things to be like exposed too much. It's sort of like some of what Beaver sort of like brings up about, you can change reality from doing this and that. He's a bit of a Palladian, but I'm not taking any sides of Palladians or Anunnakis or this and that. This is I just thinking. What am I doing? Da 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 da. I thought it was enough. Okay, this. Yeah, I'll just put this little one first because well, since then these people have seen it.
Cause and symptoms, okay? Note the word symptoms of CV that you have received the announcement from a Chinese website all the way back from 2018 in April that WUHAN, we all know that city by now, don't we, will be a pilot city. Here it says a large-scale FIVEG network engineering program will be piloted in Wuhan.
And by saying by 2020, the network will cover every corner of the city and be available at an affordable price. So if I go to the link and copy it, and then if I go to Facebook to share it, you can't share this link. Your post couldn't be shared because this link goes against our community statements. Interesting.
What symptoms these people are experiencing, because then you too can start to put it together. But also, you're not going to see any correlation of the timing of this outbreak to the release of the 60 gigahertz frequency. So we know that 60 gigahertz has been released all across China because, like America, they too have decided to make that specific millimeter wave unlicensed. Why does that matter? Just like the FCC allocated 2.4 gigahertz to be unlicensed, which is why all your Wi-Fi routers, your landline cordless phone, even your baby monitors are running on 2.4 gigahertz microwaves. Because the companies that make products that run on microwaves, they don't want to pay a separate license fee to use it. Impact on none other than oxygen itself. Yes. Here are the articles released by companies who are touting the benefits of 60 gigahertz. They openly admit that 60 gigahertz is absorbable by oxygen. You can see in this graph here its impact on oxygen. All the frequencies before 60 gig are not impacted. Then once it hits that frequency, it spikes and becomes hugely absorbed by oxygen. Now in this article, by the companies selling products that are going to run on 60 gig, they say that it's going to help its interference impact on none other than oxygen itself. Yes.
Okay, that's just to show you of the oxygen, because she went on, I replayed the oxygen a couple of times and she said about all that. This takes me back to Matt Rogers about 2 years ago or a year and a half. I'm sending him comments because they're all going on about the sprays, and I'm saying the sprays are taking out the metals, are taking out the hydrogen molecule out of the atmosphere, and the atmosphere is becoming more dense. So this is close to 2 years ago. The atmosphere is becoming more dense. And I've heard about planes taking off and they've had to quickly land again because things have gone wrong, and another plane, things have gone wrong, and this and that. The atmosphere is becoming more dense. And like Ash is saying about oxygen to the brain, well, with the routers and this and that, as I was saying, up the sprays up there, and what they've been spraying in the skies all this time, been taking hydrogen out of the atmosphere, which is the oxygen. The molecules are breaking down, and what that does, it's because the genetically changing this world and all this and that. So there'll be different makeup here what can survive in these sort of conditions, and that's what all this is about. And when they kick in with the vaccines, that's the one like how Bill Gates said, if we do the vaccines right, we'll be able to bring down the population. So many people are going to go for these vaccines. Yeah? Our government's ordered in 1.5 million or something. They had one case where they said somebody got it here, and now freaking everyone went out to the shops. Those gas masks went up from $6 to $60. You know, I was saying to my nephew, like, this happened in China. It went up 3 times the price. You could have jumped on the boat because he always wants to make money in there. I'm in a different framework, okay, guys. This is my job. I've got it. I promised. Okay. So now, what do we see them doing with all this this around the world, like all those pictures in China and this and that of people rounded up in the door. But what are they doing afterwards? They're all walking around the streets, not just in one line of row, another line behind them, and another line behind them, spraying. They've sprayed all the sky for these last so many years in all way. Now they're spraying on the ground. Even like how they say about, I'm hearing them banging against Trump. Oh, he sent people over there, but they weren't equipped on the plane. There were corona people and normal people on the same plane because they know you're not going to catch the virus. They know you're not going to catch the virus like that. They just want to put out more spray. You've got to see behind the pictures. Donald Trump and that's not dumb to do that sort of stuff. He just knows it's irrelevant. The first video, what I put up, she's got it down to pat on those cruise ships, 4 cruise ships. 6 people went up to 600, and they were highly under microwave 5G, that 60 kilohertz and this and that oxygen level. The spray's up there and the spray's down there. And what would have they been doing on the ship as well? Once they found there were 6 in the ship, they would have started spraying the ship. Spray. Brings down the oxygen level. Bang. It kicks in. I got shortness of breath because I got less oxygen in my brain. 600 people have it. It would have been after they started spraying, because they would have started spraying exactly what it's been seen everywhere. So they've been spraying all the time up there. Now they're spraying on the ground. So we're going to carry on from that, because there was just about that. And then everybody else is seeing too, because you know that it's they're going away from money and everything like that. It's social credits. You won't have money in society anymore. Even some people won't even need to work in that. They'll be just like uni people or stuff like that. They'll just get paid to learn and this and that, but it'll go on their social credits. If you don't behave yourself, if you don't get good marks, if you don't do this, well, then you won't get any money to live, or you won't be able to go there, or you won't be able to go away on a holiday or buy a ticket. You just take on board what the way China was before they done all this. Because they must have thought, we've got so many under control, but not all of them, so we might have to knock some off. And what they do, get 40 simulators. I've got been my flu back. And Dimitri was at home today. I taken to because Daniel, because I don't really like to go out and get antibiotics and that. But Daniel last night laid in bed, Dimitri's coughing, and Daniel, Dad, you better take my brother to the doctor's tomorrow. So I took him to the doctor. I didn't take him to school. Took him to the doctor. Doctor checked him up, but it's so hard with him. They couldn't even get temperature from his ears because he just would not allow that. He wouldn't even put the thing on his finger, just like it's so hard to cut his nails. But she ended up being able to hear his chest and hear this thing, and there was no cracking and this and that. So he hadn't got the flu. We went out a few suburbs over, and Daniel just got us both with the water gun, high powered, and just saturated us. We had to drive home close to dark time, soaking wet. So that's where we've not really like a flu. It's just we got wet and so this I was watching these boys today, so I just wanted to put this up because it was just such a.
Crystal, what is that made out of, Al? Yeah, they say it's crystal quartz. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
It's so interesting. This show.
Well, someone had mentioned it to you, I think, last week. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I was told in one of my meditative sessions, I think we're going to be needing this more and more. I mean, frequencies are being changed. I read a very interesting article from the Pentagon on 5G.
Human globe.
I don't have it here. I think it's no problem. So, this is gonna be bad. David, over in your part of the world, are they deploying 5G? What's the story over there? Now you're in England. Yeah, well, Wales. Yeah, we don't have 5G.
Yeah, it's coming up. That.
We've just had it installed as well. I hate this ain't going to carry it.
Oh, David's carrying the light.
All the cancers throughout the body, they're all in a straight line. They're in a straight line from where the straight through the body. So the kidney will still back, the root will still back, the kidney will in front. And then the cancers back, and the spine, and all the other bits and pieces that you have, we're in a straight line, we're in a straight line. Like, where I'm sleeping is really close to our pet line. Yeah. Isn't it odd that the insider said, and I was talking to a very good friend of mine this morning. The insider said, try turning electricity off at your house and try sleep. Yeah. I thought that was very interesting. You know, gentlemen, I'm going to go back and revisit it. We missed something. Let me get the book. When we were studying the symbols of Solomon and looking at this, I'm telling you, we missed something. That is an electrical. We've seen exactly what those symbols are, how they, and the sigils. These things are electrical. Whatever this is, I believe it is electrical in nature. May very well be plasma in nature. Yeah, plasma is conscious plasma.
Mm.
David, now where'd you hear that at? That is interesting term. Did you just make that?
The Holy Spirit.
Plasma is awesome. That is interesting. Absolutely.
Gave him a little bit of spark.
I keep on thinking we've got to think further outside of the box. We're all coming to the same conclusion. I think we're all at the same cliff, that there is something that is ruling us. We can't quite nail it down. It's like trying to hold Mercury. You can't. It's there, but we can't define it. Yeah, it's just out of our reach. That is what this. Look, I see that. This is our tennis mechanism really goes into the empty realm. So the reality, so the level of self-driven, better self-driven basketball for a while, and then goes back to everybody. There's those big altitude groups talking to. They're the ones who are actually using the comic knowledge to create manifest the matter. They're sort of like reality communicating between our forms, what we see going out, projecting outwards, and they're the empty things are the ones who are actually manifesting. So they would be the ones, if you will, would be the ones also through yeah. No, I agree with it, but the computer operating system with the input, they do that. They're doing the truth in the background. And I can show you this now. Hardware is not what's called enablement, but in the background program. So these things are doing the same thing in reality. Well, our perception of this reality, yes, we're not. We're in the higher realms. We're in the light on the wall, not the candle. Well, I mean, not much more to now. It recalled when you were recanting your story that's exactly the same
energy that the Blair Witch was known for. Ah, okay, well, there was a noise out in the woods behind the brick house that I can't explain. I know what coyotes and foxes sound like, dogs. This was a human screeching. And they also have a infrared camera, binoculars. And I'm looking behind the woods behind the brick house. And it's like a shadow within a shadow. Something that's just floating around there and screeching. And that's when I decided to go in the house, lock the doors. Well, that's when I started. I didn't want to tell my family. Say, hey, there's stuff out there, man.
Those are actually manifested. So they would be pretty well influenced, not so much. Yeah, they'll have like a computer operating system. Wouldn't you love it?
Okay. One and a half.
These things are doing the same thing in reality. Well, our perception of this reality. Yes, we're in the light. We're the light on the wall, not candle.
Hey, blood. Hey, are you the light on the wall, not the candle? Well, I had to throw that clip to you because just yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so I just put that clip up of I'm just gonna wait for beautiful guy because he's gonna take my stuff. um, and, yeah, Pete's the light on the wall. Not the candle what burns away and turns into the black goo. Come and say hello, Peter. You say hello?
Can turn it
Huh? Who's that?
No.
Oh.
No? No.
Hold on. Uh-oh. He wants my phone, but I just wanted to show you one more clip of the biggest lie. Oh, and see in that clip, because my last video I was talking about these black shadows, like how that guy went running away from it and that, but he had it on an infrared camera, must be. But I catch on corner. I actually, because I've seen them, okay, is I feel that there's two forces at work, right? Like I said, the Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost are separate because I know how they. I've seen the Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost is different. Yeah, I'll go into that one. But because it's too. But what I feel it's like the Anunnaki and the Palladians. or reptilians and Palladians is what's really standing out, because the Palladians don't like the reptilians. I've heard some of them go, get away, reptilian or whatnot like that. So it's just showing me like two forces. It's like how I said before, blonde hair and blue eyes against grey aliens, just hypothetically looking at it like that. They've still got this. They've got this instinct inside.
You are.
So to see that guy with the black show, and these ones were called agents, that they were like using me. Okay, it's like they knew that I had this gift, but it's going way back. Hey, I've been charged for a $60 million dope plantation. I've told you all this earlier. By the way, in Australia, it's all in the newspapers, and you can Google it. Just Google any of those names, Albert John Rhodes, and it'll come up. And then over here it was he went to jail for 8 years, and then this time he went to jail for 12 years, so he's been 20 years. Okay, I was the only one out of 31 people who got off, because I told you that's what started my journey, because all these things just opened up to me. So I didn't go the other way. I really feel that's what it is, because found forgiveness. Yeah, I could have went the wrong way. So okay, because he's outside. Because I've got to put this video on, because here I'm putting this heading up, and you guys wouldn't really understand what I've put up so far to show, because this all goes back to that David Icke with that South African lie and this that. In history, they're all saying that we all came from South Africa, and I knew this was a lie when I met. I've lived over in Australia with Aborigines for over 10 years. Aboriginal people have got a whole different dream time and this and that, but there's so much correlations that once all this thing was all together, it was like some sort of, like the whole world was just hypothetically, if Atlantis was Nibiru and all the continents were just one, okay, and that was the planet Nibiru. Atlantis in this sea, like one was like the land above, but they made it out like it was the land, the heavens above, but the Atlantis was in the sea, but it was like a submerged, like how they say we are now, and the heavens up there, but Atlantis was down there, and the earth realm with rock was Nibiru, and all the continents. They say these 7 continents, they were all joined together, and that was above, and Atlantis was down there. Now, like I've said about different people, what I show in clips of people I follow, like a mud fossil guy. This one here, I haven't put a clip up of him before, because I actually keep him low key. I don't leave comments on his things and this and that. I don't attract myself to people what I'm watching on the side, but I'm not wanting this side to know what I'm doing, sort of thing like that. Okay, because so how come I knew on those years not to even have the thought in my head?
Modern humans were Cro-Magnon, interbred from 35,000 to about 28,000 years ago. Europeans have between 1 and 5% Neanderthal genetics, while the percentage is even greater in East Asia. Sub-Saharan Africans have a trace amount of Neanderthal DNA, even though no Neanderthal has ever been found in Sub-Saharan Africa. The reason is because after hybridization in Europe, about 30,000 years ago, hybridized Europeans entered into Africa and interbred with an archaic ghost species, which got its name because it's only been detected genetically in the DNA of people from Sub-Saharan Africa and has not yet been identified in the fossil record. history as a bigger fraud than Piltdown Man, where Babylon's jaw was glued onto a human skull and displayed at the British Museum for over 40 years as a missing link. Instead, the first fully modern human, which is Cro-Magnon, which populated Western Europe and Northern Africa about 35,000 years ago, entered Sub-Saharan and Western Africa and interbred with an archaic hominin, and this gave rise to modern Sub-Saharan Africans that never left Africa, since these genetics cannot be found anywhere else in the world. Caucasian.
Now, I'd like you to carry on watching that video because there's a lot about that of this virus and the genetic makeup and this and that, and how different races here have got different genetic makeup that just say this strain of virus will kill that race, or that genetic say they want to get rid of the blood group of A or blood group of B or the blood group of AB or Alpha Mayo, but there's that which blood group, that R blood group, which they say is the royalty. Now, this is so the biggest lie, like he said, the ghost species. Now you watch that video, with David Icke talking to that South African guy, and they said that they were spirit people, and then they went into the machine when the Akanakis came down, the reptilian god came down, and they went into their machine, a red light and a green light, and either went in and either come out man or woman from the like these black shadows what I see, and then they turn into body because they still got that projected power. See, they just came out like that, and that they were still genetically making the hybrid human, and that's ghost species. The ghost species came from this Anunnaki race, but they're making out like it's the reptilian, because like in his picture, when he's talking to that guy in South Africa, their god is the reptilian god. He's got a picture of the thing and all that. And David Icke all the time brings up the Queen as a reptilian and this and that. He's playing them. He's portraying them even more by doing that. They're all in the play together. He's not against them. Everything what he's putting out there is putting these perceptions of these thoughts of what they want put out to entrench people into this belief system of all this, that you're controlled by this reptilian race, and they are so much more superior, and then they're going to come and eat you because they're freaking more superior than you. It's all brainwashing. It's all part of this biggest lie, saying that all races came from South Africa. See, to know these things, and then because it's just known that when I heard that it all came, when I heard that, I wasn't educated at school, but when I heard that later, like that all races in Africa, and I've been with Aborigines, I know their stories in Australia and this and that in Dreamtime. No way, they're a continent of their own, man. They didn't come from where you did. Something else broke up before that, and this was a separate continent. And look in your dictionary about a continent. If one continent breaks off from another continent, that other species is called an alien. An alien means one from another continent, not one from another planet, one from another continent. And then watch what they're doing on all this hype of this corona stuff. It's in every continent in the world. They're saying that publicly, the news media. And I've never, ever heard them say this in news media before, that a virus, well, nobody's really heard them say every virus is in every continent, but they're saying this, except for Antarctica. Do you ever hear them talk about Antarctica? Like so publicly like that? To say it's in every continent but Antarctica? They say that a lot of rich people come in here in New Zealand. They actually roll in where I am, and they're landing here. Where's the closest place to get to Antarctica? Is New Zealand. We got boats that go sail down there for fishing all the time. I'm just speculating. Like, I haven't been down in Antarctica to sail any of this, but it's in the top secret sort of thing. And they're putting out there the news thing about, oh, it's safe in Antarctica, more or less, eh? You know, they've sprayed all around the world. Now they're spraying the ground. Remember what I said earlier? They're spraying the ground now. Shh, shh. And there's a species found. I had to clip. It was on God's Rules or one of Paul's one of his channels, and it was about a species found what doesn't need oxygen. Okay, and it's like freaking I can't find it at all now. It's like that's proof of it is. There's a species now what freaking they've found what doesn't need oxygen. Because that's what the vaccine will end up doing, or change the makeup of what people were like before they went into that machine, that Dave Icke story before that, because then they had to come out into hybrid bodies. Like I said way back from the beginning, Gillian Huxley got knighted as a nurse, sir from the Queen, because he discovered that we are destructive species, will end up destroying ourselves, so we'd have to genetically clone and engineer and create humans again, hybrid, somehow. And how do you do that? You've got to start from an embryo, which is an egg, and blah, blah, blah. And that must be how come we have all got the reptilian cortex in our brain. Like how I said, the egg is from the lizard, and then they genetically engineered with other mutations. They would have had some flesh or bones of us or DNA, put it together and this and that. And then when you evolve from there, then you get the chalice of the woman's vagina, her leg like that. Man has got his other end, comes inside, and then out plants the seed, and then out comes the tree of life. And knowledge is here. If you keep your own knowledge, what are they trying to do? They're trying to plug everyone's mind and thoughts up to a machine like Elon Musk. So you don't have your own thoughts anymore. You won't have your own knowledge because you won't be just that tree seed which grew into a tree. You won't be that tree with its own knowledge anymore because, well, so many will just go for the easier route, eh? Daniel actually came home from school one day saying about it. I wouldn't need to go do homework because I heard about this machine. I can just plug into it and I'll just know all my homework straight away. You just sort of see when children hear about these sort of things on YouTube and this and that. Like, oh, they get, intrigued by it. And I'm just showing this off the biggest lie. And that's it. That's even showing like David Icke, the way he makes out like the Queen and he's against them and all this. No, he's all in the play together. He's been just role playing and making out like that's probably why King. No, he doesn't actually want to be called a prince. I went to call king, but he doesn't even want to be called a king. That Harry has got a money in his heart, and he probably looked at his family. You fucking killed my mother. You guys want to control the world. You fucking think you can just kill my mother? Oh, just put her into a program over there. But she's still alive in a program over there. But it's not like that. The compassion's gone. The distance. Parents didn't always like to die before the child's grown up and this and that. And I reckon that's why Harry's pulled out too. He's realised these things. He's realised these lies in this world. But he'd have inside knowledge, eh? And he does have a bit of that redness for him, so he must be a bit, Who knows? Might have another little seed in there than old Charlie. A bit of breakfast fellow, I reckon, that Charlie. Well, anyway, that's a whole different speculation. People could say everything about that, but who knows? Well, that imagination. Well, that goes back to the story of that king who killed all those babies, because he heard that one would come and dream. He killed the babies because he heard that one would come and dream. A man would come and dream. Because he had his own thought. He had his own imagination. He had his own reality. He wasn't controlled by something else. He wasn't controlled by outside in. He was inside out. Love you, Peter. And you know, yes, what I just said then is answer today. Imagination. Well, watch when you said yet we can interpret. When you watch that movie, Robert Spear, the last clip what I put up, right at the beginning of the video, he talks. He's talking about the primates and these 3 different groups of monkeys. There's the one, natural one of that breed, natural one of that breed, and then they've interbred, and they call that one the hybrid, just like the lion and tiger mating, and that's called a hybrid one, and they're a lot bigger and everything like that. Where these 2 species of monkeys, that breed and that breed, they interbred, and they call that one in the middle hybrid, and the 3 of them don't get on with one another. So that sort of like shows you like the demons were supposed to be here, but they're just perceived in their mind as demons, because I discovered and I said the thought the mother was telling her daughter that she's a demon. So that just be perceived that, and then the angels on heaven and not to mingle with it. You know how they say like that they came down and mingled with those ones, and then they created the Nephilims, created the hybrid of them both, because they weren't supposed to mix. They were supposed to live together, but not mix together. But some catastrophe happened, what made it all come about, and that's what all this world's about. And there's just so many more mysteries and this and that. And I think I've rambled on long enough, and my voice got a bit croaky because we got a bit of a water fight the other day, but we haven't got a flu and this and that. No viruses here. I've had a bit of my head cut. I was showing my I don't really know if it's coming out, but I couldn't get someone to shave my hair here, but my and you see that one about the skull, and then I go, hey, but I've got one of those elongated skull, because I've got this big dent and then a skull like on the back of me. And there's a few reasons why I cut my hair like this, to show like, because if you said, oh no, I've got an elongated skull, people would go, oh, you crap, what are you talking about? So I thought I'll just shave it and just show a bit of it, because people have said to me at the time in the past, you look like E.T. with that. I don't know if he's coming up because I can't see what I'm doing. So that'll be some other time. But love you, Zeke. And it was before the nanobites, and I've been rubbing oil in there. I'm going to get some frankincense and myrrh too, and just rub oil in there. And you know those nanobites, they reckon Matthew Ryder, he's a futuristic sort of books what he writes, and his nanobites, and they get into people like this, and I thought, oh, fucking heck, when they come nanobites for this here far, I'll really get zapped up. But anyway, love you all. I'm not going that way. See, peace within. Love you all.